Hunger is one of the main causes that makes people just like you fail their diets. Tell me how many times you got hungry on a diet and then you just ended up binging on some junk food and ended up completely ruining your progress. Oh man, I bet you felt pretty bad about it. But imagine how easy dieting would be if you stopped feeling hungry. Imagine every day you fill yourself up so much, almost to the point that your stomach will explode, which happened to me, by the way. I literally couldn't finish my food, so I only literally ate it halfway. And guess what? Since I've been eating like this, I've lost literally 3 kilograms within the last 10 days or so, which is around 6 pounds. Now, full transparency, obviously it's not 3 kilograms of fat. That would be insane. But the bottom line is I got so full that I had to stop eating. Now, how amazing would it be for you if we could just hack your hunger on a diet so that you would literally lose fat while being full to the brim? So, my name is Tuna and I'm a bit of a fat loss expert because I used to weigh 265 pounds and I dropped all the way down to 150, then I put on some muscle, then I got lean and got abs, then I kinda bulked up, so I'm cutting again. And if you think you look fucking horrible right now, trust me, I was in your body. My body's starting point was the worst starting point anyone else could ask for. But yeah, if you look like crap, that's alright. We're gonna fix it. So this video we're talking about hunger and how you can literally not feel hungry at all while you're dieting, no matter how low your calories are. This is insane. Alright. I sound way too excited, I don't know why, but yeah. And the fat loss diet that I am doing right now is the easiest diet that I am on right now. I don't feel hungry, and I'm not gonna lie, right? You feel hungry sometimes, but it is manageable. If I feel hungry, I can just eat, so it's fine, alright? I'm talking about the hunger that ruins your sleep, all that stuff. So, before we get into hunger hacking and how this works, you need to understand that hunger does not mean fat loss. Right. Some people will be like, oh, motivational quotes. Hunger means you're fat burning. No, it's not, motherfucker. No, it's not. Right? You can feel hungry and still gain weight. Or you can not feel hungry and still lose weight. What matters is the energy balance, your calorie balance, right? Hunger does not mean that you are losing weight. And being full in your stomach does not mean that you are gaining weight. Hunger is something that's controlled by hormones and not fat loss. So there's this hormone called ghrelin, aka the hunger hormone, which sends signals to your brain when it is time to eat. So actually they've done studies and you actually get hungry the most around the times that you actually eat. Makes sense, right? Your brain's like, feeding time, crank up the hunger. And here's another thing, man. The hunger signals that you get are also influenced by food composition and your habits, and not necessarily by whether or not you are losing fat. Even if you have eaten enough calories for you to maintain your body weight, ghrelin can still rise due to your routine or psychological triggers or the food you've eaten making you feel hungry. Imagine this, right? Let's say you wake up, you order like 2 burger meals in the morning with some ice cream and whatnot. Chances are, like 100% actually, you'll be hungry again at night. But those 2 burger meals would have probably covered your daily energy needs, right? Or even exceeded them. So then, why would you get hungry? It doesn't make sense, right? If hunger meant that our body needed a certain amount of calories or energy, you never get hungry right after you've eaten McDonald's. Yet you do. But let's think of it the other way. Imagine you've eaten like 6 kilos or like 12 pounds of carrots in a day. I know it sounds insane. Like, no fucking human being could eat like 12 pounds of carrots in one day. That is insane. Yet, this is what it would take for you to reach your daily energy intake goal if you just ate carrots. You probably give up at the start and you feel full as fuck and stop eating. You just hate eating. You're like, oh, I don't want to eat. Make it stop. You just probably cry because you're a little baby. No, I'm joking. But you probably wouldn't feel hungry because your stomach would feel like exploding. Another factors for hunger is emotional cues, boredom, stress, maybe you feel lonely, isolated, whatever, right? Or your exposure to tempting foods, it can crank up your hunger, which we've talked about in the Uber Eats video, which I might link or not link, you can find it, right? That's called emotional eating and you probably struggle with this as well. but that's the craving side. We'll talk about it in other videos. So, the truth is that highly palatable, which is the scientific way of saying super tasty foods, will actually make you hungrier than before you have eaten it. How weird is that? Like, you're hungry, right? And you eat some crisps, or if you're chips for other people, you eat some chips from the store, and you would literally feel hungrier. But like, a pack of chips is literally 1/4 of your daily energy intake. Yet it will make you hungry, right? Let's say you're hungry, you eat a donut, you get hungrier. How insane is that? You got the energy, but now you feel hungrier. So like, you can't relate your hunger to your energy needs, basically. And I want to show you a chart on the screen. So this is called a satiety chart. You can see that candy bars are not very filling, crackers not very filling. We got like on the top we have eggs, and you look here we have like a whole grain stuff, rice, they're super filling, right? And potatoes comes as number one. So the higher the food is in these charts I'm showing you, the more it will satisfy and blunt your hunger when you eat them. So for example, let's compare a Mars bar with potatoes and compare their calories. 200 calories of a Mars bar, Mars bar is like 200 calories, right? 200 calories of Mars bar is like one bar, and it's like 35 grams, and it will get you hungrier, right? But if we compare with potatoes, 200 calories of potatoes is literally 260 grams. So a potato, weight-wise, is 7 times bigger than the Mars bar, and it will fill you up 7 times more than the Mars bar. Do you understand how insane this is? If you are on a diet and you feel hungry and you have 200 calories available, you can choose the potatoes over the Mars bar and you will literally stop feeling hungry. Or you could just be a fucking dumbass and eat the Mars bar. It's like, oh my god, why am I still hungry? Well, now you know, because it's not a satiating amount of food. So just look at this chart. This is called the satiety index chart. I don't know why I've shown you like 3 charts, but like, just kind of look over it, right? Potatoes are the king, oats are the king, right? Protein, beef, all that stuff. And then the more it becomes junk food, the less satiating it is, right? Now, am I just saying eat potatoes and you won't feel hungry? And you should eat potatoes all the time? Yes, but no. Like, you know, if you just only ate potatoes every day, you would go insane. So I'm not telling you to do that, obviously. But you can see that how having more highly satiating foods will help blunt your hunger. You can understand that how having potatoes every day would help you insanely on your fat loss efforts. Now me, I don't really like the taste of potatoes, and because I'm obviously a millionaire and super rich, I have sweet potatoes, because I'm bougie like that, you know. I'm a high value elite male. Am I one of those YouTubers now? Yeah, because I'm a YouTube alpha male rich guy, I have sweet potatoes. Which I think costs like 3 times as much. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I have 200 grams of sweet potatoes rather than potatoes because I like the taste of it more. And basically, the bottom line is the more satiating foods you eat, the more fuller you'll be and the more easier it'll be to stick to your diet. Like, legit, you can eat 400 grams of potatoes every single day in one sitting every day, and it'll only be 360 calories. The equivalent of 2 Mars bars, but it's like 400 grams. That is insane! Alright, second trick. Spam low-calorie drinks. Now, a lot of people will give you this tip of drink more water before a meal or during. But it never worked for me, right? So this is a cup of water, and I'm just gonna drink it. Yeah, it's pretty cool, but water isn't that satiating, right? It doesn't taste good, and it is not satisfying to drink at all. But on the other hand, low-calorie drinks such as 0-calorie iced tea is satiating, really, and it tastes good. Like, literally, there's not much difference between low-calorie drinks and water, right? You can tell that low-calorie drinks is also just water. They put some flavoring or whatever, some sweeteners in it. But really, in a way, when you drink low-calorie drinks, not low-calorie, sorry, 0-calorie, it must be 0-calorie, it kind of fills you up more than the water. And I have 2 of these every day. This is like 0-calorie iced tea. And On top of my water intake, I drink 2 liters of 0 calorie drinks every day, which takes up a lot of space in my stomach. Now, water doesn't satiate you because it lacks flavor, nutrients, or any compounds that signal satiety to the brain. But if I just look at the 0 calorie drink, it's got some vitamin C, vitamin B3, like some vitamins in there. It's got some sweeteners. What has it got? It's got some tea extracts, vitamins, like some stevia, all that good stuff, right? So this satiates me and fills me up, and it tricks my brain into making me less hungry. But water doesn't satiate you because it lacks flavor, nutrients, and any compounds that signal satiety to the brain. And satiety is more about how the brain perceives what you consume rather than just the act of filling up your stomach. Hence, like, if that was the case, you could just drink 10 liters of water and then, like, never feel hungry. It's like, oh, I'm hungry, I'll just drink water. That's not how it works, right? Because when you drink water, your body registers water as hydration, not as nourishment or something enjoyable. It doesn't trigger the reward centers in the brain or provide any sensory satisfaction. But low-calorie drinks, on the other hand, often contain artificial or non-caloric sweeteners that activate taste receptors and trick the brain into thinking you're consuming something more substantial. And this sensory experience, especially the sweetness, actually releases dopamine in your brain, which provides a sense of satisfaction. So we're almost tricking our brains into thinking we're getting calories when we're not. It's like the Trojan horse, the 0 calorie drinks. It's like, hey brain, there's some food. It's like in the behind, like, fuck you, it's not food, dumbass. Oh, haha. I hope you don't talk to yourself like that. Also, I'd just like to quickly interrupt this video to say that if you would like to accelerate your fat loss and get over all your cravings and go down a couple belt sizes within the next 30 days, click the first link in my description below. It is my online course / program that literally teaches you how to lose weight the smartest and the fastest way and get over your cravings. So I'll see you there. I also do one-to-one coaching, which is like 60% off right now. So yeah, that is my shameless plug, you know. So yeah, let's move on with the video. Now, let's move on to the negative calories vegetables hack. I know, like, sounds fancy. What the fuck? Negative calories vegetable hack? What the fuck? Whoa, what's going on? Alright, it sounds fancy. I just thought I'd spice up the name. But basically, the idea is eating vegetables. For a long time, I didn't like eating vegetables because I was thinking, oh, vegetables, I don't like their taste, they're useless. But vegetables have fiber in them. And fiber is insane because fiber is something that fills you up to hell, but it's also something our body cannot digest. So it's almost like when you eat vegetables, you're like eating negative calories or like 0 calories the same way. And the food group that has the most amount of fiber is vegetables, and specifically green vegetables like peppers, broccoli, or asparagus, spinach, and whatnot. And your body has to work extra to digest vegetables, meaning that actually you will burn more calories to digest the vegetables than the amount of calories you would spend to digest processed foods. And on top of that, vegetables are one of the lowest calorie foods out there. They are like 30 to 40 calories per 100 grams each. So can you see and understand how amazing vegetables can be in your diet? Now, me personally, I don't really enjoy vegetables too much, right? But I can eat peppers and carrots and cucumbers. I'm quite alright with them. I kind of enjoy it. So here's what I do. I just spam frozen peppers. That is literally what I do. I just buy a pack of pre-sliced frozen peppers, so it's easy as hell. I don't even have to cut them. I put 100 grams of those in my bowl, microwave it, and I eat it. It is pretty easy. And you would think that it would be more expensive, but not really. It's not the same price as original peppers. So yeah, I only eat peppers. I don't diversify it, just like fucking peppers, whatever. So practical advice is just find some sort of vegetable that you like eating. For example, I'd rather die than eat broccoli. I'm never gonna eat broccoli or a fucking radish in my life. And that's okay. You don't need to eat broccoli to lose weight. Just find some sort of vegetables that you can have every day and have it with every meal. Unless, like, it doesn't make sense to eat it. For example, if you're having yogurt and oats and protein, obviously don't put spinach in it. it would taste like shit and you want to like die. Unless maybe it would taste good. Maybe you're a psycho. Maybe you're a sociopath. They like spinach with their yogurt. Then have it, man. You know, whatever. I'm not the food police. It's a fat loss channel. Maybe I am a food police, but I'm not like I may be a food police, but I'm not like food Nazi. I'm not food Hitler. I'm the food like cop, like an action hero cop. I'm like Cobra in the Sylvester Stallone movie. I'm like a cool food cop. Alright, so the other hunger hack, speaking of protein, is to have protein with your meals. Protein is the highest filling food group out there, right? You got your carbs, fats. Protein is one of the highest filling, or the highest filling. And it will help you burn more fat by holding onto your muscle. Literally, if you have enough protein in your system, you will burn more fat. Not because like the protein will burn the fat, but it will hold on to muscle. So when you're losing body weight, you will burn more fat. So imagine if now our meal had 400 grams of potatoes, 1 liter of 0-calorie drink, 100 grams of peppers, and then 150 grams of chicken breast. That is like, what, more than half a kilo, more than a pound of food, and it is only 587 calories. Your stomach is like, will stretch so much. You would fill up so much, and all of that, you get all that for 587 calories. How insane is that? Okay, another hunger trick is to eat fat with the meals, so the food ends up digesting slowly and it stays in your stomach a lot more. So when you have fat with your meals, the meals will actually be in your stomach for longer. It will take longer to digest. So the quick way to implement it is by having a certain amount of fat with your meals. It's an excellent hunger hacking trick. So you can, let's say you're having the pepper blah 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 meal, right? Just throw in 10 to 15 grams of peanut butter into the meal that we made, and trust me, after you eat that whole meal, you'll be full for a long time, for a lot longer. Alright, this is the last trick. This is like the Hunger Buster 9000. This is like in the movies, like in like Inglorious Bastards, will like bring the bear Jew, or like the big guys like dun 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 dun. It's like the boss of the hunger tricks, and it's called protein fluff. This is a super high volume food that is guaranteed to fill you up. And it's only for 220 calories. I mean, look at how big that monstrosity looks. And it's only for 220 calories. So, here are the ingredients. 200 grams of strawberries. 20 grams of casein protein. 20 grams of 0-calorie stevia. 3 to 5 grams of xanthan gum, and 100 to 150 milliliters of water. And you basically put them all in a bowl and mix them up for 5 minutes or so, and the results is an insanely big amount of food for only 220 calories. This is called a protein fluff, and I have this every night. So if you're hungry, you have sleeping troubles, right? So what I do is I just have this at night, every night, and I sleep like a fucking baby because I'm not hungry at night. I mean, imagine eating that before bed. Yeah, you're not gonna get hungry. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Check the links in the description below. I have my course designed to make you lose fat and get rid of your cravings and all that good stuff. Has all my hacks and smart training, and I do one-to-one coaching. We'll love to have you on board if you need any help. It's really cheap right now, literally, like it's only £30, which is cheaper than any personal trainer you could find. And you can see, now that you've watched till the end of this video, I fucking know a lot, bro. I know a lot more than fucking these unqualified trainers, which I am qualified. I do have a certificate, by the way, so yeah. Which the certificate doesn't mean shit, by the way. Like, it's so easy to get. Anyway, that's the video. I'll see you tomorrow with a new one. And 2025 is gonna be your year, man. Know what I'm saying? Okay, bye bye. Yeah.